You ever wonder how the rebels got the plans to the Death Star in A New Hope? How they knew that all you needed to do was shoot 2 torpedoes down that little ventilation shaft to blow the whole fucking thing up? No? Oh well, they're gonna tell you anyway. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is the first of 2, though second chronologically, Star Wars spin-off movies. Rogue One follows Jyn Erso, the daughter of the guy who designed the Death Star, as she's used by the Rebel Alliance to gain access to her father. The majority of the movie is her and a group of rebels trying to find her father, and then all of them going to get the plans of the Death Star from a doomed planet. Fairly simple story that was born out of the original crawl from A New Hope. When I first heard about this movie, I didn't really have a lot of interest in it. I mean, it was a Star Wars movie, so I was interested, but I didn't really see why I needed to know the story about these people who found these plans. But color me surprised when I found out this movie's actually pretty good. It is very different in tone, the way it's shot, and just overall feel from the other Star Wars movies. But it does still somehow retain some of that Star Wars magic. While it does feel different from the other films, it does fit nicely between the prequels and the original trilogy. I don't really have a problem so much with the movie feeling and looking and being different from the other movies in the universe. I think that was the idea, because this movie doesn't deal with Jedi and the Force and all that stuff very much like the other movies do. It has nothing to do with the Skywalkers or any of the people surrounding them. It's about this small ragtag group of people that go to try and get these plans to save the world, or galaxy, or whatever. You know what I mean. There's great performances all around here that straddle that camp, serious acting line better than anything since the originals. Forrest Whitaker, Ben Mendelsohn, and Alan Tudyk are clearly having a blast hamming it up here, but never too much. Their performances fit in perfectly with the original trilogy that we've come to love. Our leads, while they do a good job, they're not really terribly memorable. They get the job done, but besides Jyn Erso, you're not going to remember their names the next day. And really, the only reason you remember her name is because they say it so many times in the movie. The story, while simplistic, is very interesting and engaging. Let's be honest here. We all know how this is going to work out in the end. It's the execution here that works so well. This movie moves at a lightning fast pace and has very little fat on it. There's not any downtime. There's always something going on, and it's going till the very end of the movie. That non-stop lightning fast pace is one of the things that allows you to overlook a few of the story's shortcomings. It's going so fast the whole time that you don't really have time to think about those things. And none of them are really too out there to knock the story in a bad way anyway. And this has one of the coolest Darth Vader scenes in cinematic history in the end of this movie. For about the 2 minutes that he's in the end of this movie, he shows how much of a fucking badass he is. And it is glorious. The special effects, as expected, are great here as well. There are a lot of them, but there doesn't seem to be an over-reliance on CGI. And I was happy to see a pretty fair amount of practical effect integration here. It seems like if they were able to do it practically, they did, and that really makes the special effects shine. If I'm being totally honest, Rogue One is not necessary. It's not even really needed, but it is executed in such a solid, lean, entertaining way that it just works and fits extremely well right in front of Episode 4. Like I said, while it is unneeded, I guess, unlike Solo, which was unneeded as well, this one seems like they had a story that they wanted to tell. And that simple fact alone makes this a better movie, worth seeing, and absolutely worth a rent. Pop this one in right before you watch Episode 4 and you'll be very pleased. So there it is, guys, my review of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. If you enjoyed and want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and help my little channel grow. If you liked what I had to say, give me a thumbs up. If not, let me know in the comments below why. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. If I got any Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic fans out there, Alan Tudyk's K2SO in this movie is probably about as close to a HK-47 cinematic version we're ever gonna get. He's a pretty damn cool droid with a bit of a psycho streak in him. Any of you who get that know who HK-47 is? Good on you.